He's choosing the near side tyre, which he doesn't hesitate. And that is the first time Ginger Hamilton has fell out the top 3. But look at Piggy Smalls straight to the front and cuts Bear up, slows everybody down and carves his way through those chicanes. It's beautiful, and this looks like a very fast time, and it is. Piggy Smalls is challenging on the near side, and it looks like he might do it. They better hope that Piggy Smalls did that, or it'll be a disaster for him. And he doesn't. Bear Trotsky gets 61 points. Hello and welcome to the Season 6 finals of League of Pigs, and these aren't just any finals. We are here to witness the first pig ever to win the double, so the stakes have never been higher. And as the pigs do their walkout from the clubhouse, let's talk about the lay of the land for these finals. At this point there are 3 pigs in contention, Bear, Ginger and Piggy Smalls, but Piggy Smalls and Ginger need to get their act together after a sensational performance by Bear in round 3. If Bear does another performance like that, this won't be called Season 6, it will simply be known as Season Bear, because that's all that anybody will remember from it. But enough with me rambling on, let us go straight over to race 1. The first race of the finals begins and Bear gets a dream start, but look at her main rival. Ginger is right at the back. Piggy Smalls is giving chase. Bear jumps the balls like she did last time. Piggy Smalls is challenging. He'll need to win it, I think, but he doesn't. And Bear Trotsky sets another record in this competition. And it's a dream start for the defending champion as she gains 7 points over her main rival, Ginger. And the road to glory looks ever simpler for Trotsky, as she now has 11 wins out of 22 races so far. Yes, you've heard me right, she has won half of the races in this season. And the other pigs have to stop her in the next couple of races or it's all over. It's the big Hoshi. Hoshi Oinku hasn't had the best season, that's fair to say. And it is for a few reasons. First of all, his discipline. We've seen his love for treats spill over onto the track and affect his performance. And it has lost him a few places on more than one occasion. Second of all, Bear has become a real contender since Season 5, and I think Hoshi's feeling the effects of that. But for now, we will say goodbye to this most chonkiest of pigs and continue with the finals. Pins pulled, and as the door drops down, Bear gets yet another impressive start this season. Everyone else is playing catch-up. Piggy Smalls and Ginger are behind her, and Piggy Smalls is doing the best job of catching up. But it's going to be too late, and it is too late, and that could be said about this whole competition up until this point. Trotsky tightens her grip on this double as she bleeds the others dry of points. She is now 20 points ahead of Ginger and 27 points ahead of Smalls, who must be past salvation at this point. And is this going to be the first finals that isn't even close? The next race or two will certainly decide that. But what is certainly true is that the momentum from round 3 is ever present in these finals. Hoshi Oinku having some fun in the sun. Before the oh, what's happening here? Oh, look at this. Pepper Sanchez on 2 legs, and I've never seen something like this with Coonies. What are we watching happen? And one of the most magnificent things that's ever happened in League of Pigs has just occurred. And I'm being told right now Bear has said something to Pepper about her performance, and the fiery Latina is having none of it. And look, they're getting closer, and Hoshi's trying to push himself between the 2 girls to stop them from fighting. What am I watching transpire in front of my eyes? It is incredible scenes here at the league as these 2 pigs go at it in majestic fashion. And you can forget for a second that you're in an English paddock. It's more like 2 big cats fighting in an African savannah. It is Attenborough level footage you are watching here. Surely there's never been filming of 2 Coonies fighting on 2 legs. There can't be. And then Hoshi comes in to break the 2 girls up. And quite honestly, it raises some uncomfortable questions. about the intelligence of these pigs. The third race begins. Pepper and Bear get out the best, but Pepper Sanchez starts to pull ahead of Bear, and she's going to be the first to reach these chicanes. Oh, and that's a lovely trick by Sanchez and takes everybody off guard. And she's bringing Ginger up with her now as she goes over the hedge. And Ginger goes second, Piggy Smalls goes third, and most notably, Bear comes in last place, just picking a single point. And there was no reason for Sanchez to do that. Her fate in this season has been sealed. But there's a feeling here of my enemy's enemy is my friend. And I think that's what was going on right here. It's a beautiful fake by Pepper Sanchez as she motions to the near side and then goes left at the last moment around the chicane. With Bear being the biggest loser, she's trapped between the two boys in that traffic jam. And it takes the momentum off Bear just that little bit. But at this stage, it may well be too late. Well, what drama this little Latina has caused in these finals, and I think we know now that you don't mess with Pepper Sanchez. But on a serious note, I really do want to reiterate that the scene we witnessed before race 3 was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen pigs do, and the league feels honoured that we were able to capture that moment on camera. And while Pepper is cooling down and doing some therapy digging, now would be a fantastic time to say that if you like the show, please give this video a like. And if you enjoy the surreal moments this league often throws up, then please consider subscribing, because it only gets grander from here, I can tell you that now. And we would love to bring you guys along with us on this journey. Thank you, and we'll continue with these finals. The fourth race begins. All the pigs get out the box quickly, but Piggy Smalls looks like he's got the racing line for this first chicane, which he has. But look at Ginger, who's got tricks of her own, and she scurries round all of them to take the 10 points for herself. Piggy Smalls has to get second, and look at Bear right at the back. And all of a sudden, the gulf of points that Bear had over the other pigs has now reduced to just a small stream. You can see as she goes down the track, she's on the wrong side of Piggy Smalls, and she switches on him in the last moment, puts down the hammer and leaves them all for dead. And there's nothing anyone else can do when you're faced with such brilliance. And it's funny to think what was just a small exchange from the two smallest pigs before race 3 has meant that what would have been a cakewalk for Bear Trotsky is now resulted in the scrap of her life. Ginger Hamilton is one of the most tenacious pigs you'll ever meet. And that plays out on the racetrack in the form of consistently high results. Season 6 is a relatively low-scoring season for Ginger, but even so, she still manages to average 6.5 points a race. So if you want to overtake Ginger, you have to win a lot of races. And that's what Pepper did in Season 3 and Bear did in Season 5. And that is certainly Bear's strategy for this season as well. But the tide could be turning for Bear Trotsky, and if it does, you can be sure that Ginger will be waiting for any opportunity that presents itself. The double chicane race begins and Pepper Sanchez gets the best start, but the boys are either side and they look dangerous, and now they take over, and unusually Hoshi is at the front for these chicanes, but crucially Piggy Smalls is in second, and there's going to be a proxy battle with Ginger and Bear, and Ginger looks like she's got the better of it, and Bear's going to have to accept fourth. No, she gets fifth, and I'll tell you why she gets fifth, because she was bloody walking is why. And in the finals of all things, the audacity of it just infuriates you to watch. And you can't do something like that at a moment like this. So what? So you lose to Ginger, so you think it's okay to walk because Pepper Sanchez is so far behind. But she wasn't so far behind, was she? And she raced a little hard all the way to the line, and she took those points from you. And of course she's going to take pot shots at you like she did in race 3. Pepper Sanchez is the snowflake that rolls down the hill and along with the other pigs causes an avalanche of points in the wrong direction for Bear, and deservedly so when you do stuff like that. Piggy Smalls composes himself in the clubhouse for a few moments, and he's actually done the best in these finals so far, which is quite a normal thing for Piggy Smalls to do really well towards the end of the season. Yes, he's got to put in a lot of work in the last 2 races to catch up on Bear and Ginger, but having said that, the next course is a double chicane course, which he's pretty strong on, and the final race of the season is the tyre track, which is a dream for Piggy Smalls. So let's see if he can maximise on his strengths and bring home the double. by heading over to the second to last race of the season. Pins pulled, the door drops, Piggy Smalls gets the best start of the three, but Bear's right at the back here. Piggy Smalls goes into first. Bear's managed to move up into third over Hoshi, which is pretty impressive. Piggy Smalls is now negotiating, but Bear's crashed at the back, but Piggy Smalls has as well. It's confused him completely. Piggy Smalls manages to salvage it though, but Ginger loses a place in that traffic jam. Bear doesn't manage to capitalise though on Ginger, which means that Ginger is in pole position for this final race to see who will win the double, and it's never been closer in this season so far. I have no idea what's going to happen for this final race, and can you believe what we have just seen here? I certainly can't. From pigs that rarely make a mistake on this chicane course to now 2 incidents in the same race. Whatever you think of Bear, it's safe to say she isn't boring. She's won 2, lost 3, had a boxing match with Pepper, and it's come to the point that whoever finishes first in the next race between her and Ginger will be the first pig ever to win a double championship. But let's find out what happens by heading over to the final race of season 6. The final race begins. Bear gets out the best. Ginger's right next to her. Piggy Smalls looks like he's challenging and he goes to the front, but it's not going to be enough. Bear's going to currently win it if she stays in the lead. Ginger needs to overtake her. Will she on these tyres? And she doesn't! And Bear Trotsky is the first pig ever to defend a championship and win the double! It's a magnificent performance from the Russian as she comes out of nowhere, and Bear fans cannot believe their eyes as they see their pig not only win 1 championship, but 2 on the trot. If you'd said to me in season 4 that Bear would win the double, I would have said you were mad. And my disappointment for Bear in the early seasons was hard to contain. But oh boy, how stupid do I look now. Never have I been so happy to be so wrong. Bear Trotsky makes history as she becomes the first pig ever to win the double and defend a championship. And it's a heartbreaking day for Ginger and Smalls fans, but this isn't a come-by-our session, and you cannot deny a pig of the championship when she has 17 top 2 finishes, 12 of which were wins. Is Bear frustrating to watch sometimes? Yes, she is. But she also provides us with some of the most extraordinary moments this league has to offer. And now all that's left to do is to pay tribute, again for the second time in 2 seasons, to one of the greatest pigs that has ever graced the paddock, Bear Trotsky. And oh, again, Bear Trotsky beats her own record at 10:40. And Piggy Smalls is challenging. He'll need to win it, I think, but he doesn't. And Bear Trotsky sets another record in this competition. And he looks like he might do it. They better hope that Piggy Smalls did that. And he doesn't. Bear Trotsky gets 61 points. What a hiding she's given them. Ginger needs to overtake her. Will she on these tyres? And she doesn't! And Bear Trotsky is the first pig ever to defend a championship and win the double!